hour, I welcome into the studio Matt Parbs, Mary Rupp. They're going to inform me and you about Cranksgiving. I had no idea about this at all. Mary, you told me it's been around since 2009.
Yes, Mary Moore was originally from the Des Moines area and came to Clinton. And in 2009, she brought the idea of us doing Cranksgiving. And nobody knew what it was about. So basically what it is a scavenger hunt on a bicycle, purchasing items for food pantries. They can be food items, obviously non-perishable food items, and personal care items that are needed during this holiday season.
And it's coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday,
So
yes.
fill us in on all the details.
Okay, so we start at Deanna's Java Cafe on 13th Avenue North, and you register. There's no registration fee. That's one of the things that you have to agree to as far as this is a national ride. And you have to agree not to charge an entrance fee, just because the money that you're going to be spending to purchase these items are considered your entrance fee. So you register at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we all take off at 11 o'clock. You figure out where you want to go. You have to go 10 different places. If you don't want to go 10 different places to purchase items, you can eliminate one of up to 5 stops with a $5 donation. And we started doing that because they were able to purchase more food items for the pantries with money, as opposed to paying $5 for a can of tomato soup at a convenience store, So that was one of the reasons why we changed that. We also try to make it a little social too. We have some stops for some beverage along the way too. And
well, you got to do that.
Camaraderie. Yes.
You got to do that.
Yes.
So obviously this has been going on in Clinton for some time. How successful has it been, Mary?
Well, the first year I went, I think we had a handful of people, maybe 6, 8 people, maybe up to 10, I'm not sure. And the last time we were real close to 50 riders. So we've done a lot and I should have done a little bit better homework as far as the total amount that we've donated. We always donate to Pantries United, but it's in the thousands dollars as far as the monetary amount that we
Well, that
raised.
is great. Let's hope. And the weather's supposed to be fairly
I
good
think
on
we're gonna
Saturday.
have a
Partly
good
sunny,
one.
mid-50s.
Absolutely.
Winds are going to be light, so that is good.
Yes, I agree. One year we had snow.
I can believe that.
Yes.
Matt Parbs, your involvement in this.
I just started riding with the bike club in June or July, so this will be my first Cranksgiving. I'm just always, when Eddie and a few others had told me that, really what Cranksgiving was all about, which is really the raising the food for the food pantry. This time of year, that's what it's all about. And so I'll be a rider, so I'll be out there doing the scavenger hunt, collecting the non-perishable food items. Peanut butter's a top of my list to get. And so that's the main involvement. And then, there's a lot of planning goes in. So, they've had, I don't know how many meetings. I've been to the last 2, to prepare for this. There's sponsors, First Central, JT Colon, Fulton Dental, Rooted Boutique, Citizens First, Deanna, Slops, Manats, D&M Embroidery, Riverbend Bicycle Club, Snow Zornig, Wild Rose Bicycle Station, Ben's Bicycles. Those are all people that gave monetary donations, and then we also have door prize people who gave a lot of door prizes. So it is a really awesome, fun event. And so the appeal that my role is, come out with your bicycle on Saturday, 10 o'clock, Deanna's. But even if you don't want to do it, please come and drop off, some canned goods or a monetary donation.
Yep.
They're going to be there all day.
I was glad you brought that up. I mean, there are people who don't have a bike, but they would certainly like to do this
Or have
donate.
a bike and can't ride because they're injured or just don't really want to ride in the cold. We have people drop off items there.
So you start at 10 o'clock with the
We start at 11.
Okay, the race.
Register at 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not a
Yeah.
race, but
Yeah.
the ride begins.
It's not a race, Gary?
It's not a race.
Oh.
No.
You can't race anybody, Matt. It's not a race.
Do not call me a racer.
So how does it culminate? Where do you wrap things up at?
Well, we wrap it up at Deanna's as well. And we kind of we give out prizes. And Matt had mentioned a couple of items that people will donate as far as door prizes. So we have different categories, maybe the person that spent the most, because you're supposed to keep your receipt so that it proves that you purchased this that day. We don't want anybody going out and getting their things the day before and then showing up and then thinking like they got all 15 items that day. So you have your receipts, and so we tally up the receipts, figure out when you come in. So the person that maybe spent the most money that day came in the soonest. Then we also encourage a little costume stuff, so you can wear your turkey garb and get as crazy as you want to with what you wear. So there's just people that come from out of the area. We've had people from Chicago that come in for the ride, so the people that travel the furthest to come. One year we gave away a prize for whoever went to the most places and went outside of Clinton. So we had people that went over to Fulton, people that rode down to Comanche. That was not me though, however. But we would try to figure out different items that are different categories where we would give prizes. So
Matt, how'd you get involved with the bike club?
It just actually it was a full moon ride. That was my first official bicycle club ride. Just known Chad for a long time, and the very first time did the full moon ride. So you ride up to Eagle Point Park and enjoy the moonrise and hang out at the lodge in the back patio part, and then kind of go back home. And so I was like, oh, that's kind of fun. And so the Riverbend Bicycle Club, we have regular rides all week long. Different set rides, and then we have, we had a Lumberjack and Jill ride. So we do these things like Cranksgiving.
Bicycle.
Yep, bicycle.
Which will be coming up in March.
Okay, well, get back with me on that one, okay? Don't forget.
Promise, I
Okay.
won't.
So again, I appreciate you both coming in. I've been educated about Cranksgiving. Sounds like a great event. It's one that's been going on for obviously a number of years. So again, if people would like to find out more information, Mary, or be a part of it, how can they do this?
They can actually give me a phone call. My phone number is 563-249-9008. You can also check it out on Facebook and search under Cranksgiving, Clinton, Iowa, and it'll give the whole rundown.
Okay, so it's coming up this Saturday. Matt, you want to throw anything in before you go?
So at the end of the day, so Slops has a chili cook-off. So after all the bicycling and canned good collection, we go over to Slops, and that's 4:30. There's a chili cook-off that day there and all that. So it really is just a full day. And it really kicks off the holiday season and reminds you that's what it's all about, giving back and all that. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first Cranksgiving, and like Mary said, we'll just be bicycling. So be aware as you're driving around. And, there's going to be 50, 60 people on bikes, if not more, riding around, 13th to Jewel and Hy-Vee and all those places. And so, it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, if you can't make it, come by Deanna's from 11 to 3 and drop off canned goods, monetary donations. Like I said, it's a great kickoff, and I know everybody else has got their food drives going, and then before you know it, it'll be holiday train, and then it's the carrying tree, and all that. So it's a great time to be a Clintonian this time of year. We do have a big heart.
I want to thank you both for coming in, for sharing this information on Cranksgiving. It'll be on Saturday. As you mentioned, there'll be a number of bikes. I would imagine there'll be some in packed, but I'm sure others splinter off and go on their own a little bit.
Absolutely. And we encourage them to wear vests that people can see these riders very easily too.
All right. And once again, your phone number and how they could get more information.
Facebook, Clinton, Cranksgiving, Clinton, Iowa, and my phone number is 563-249-9008.
I want to thank you both. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Gary.
it.
Thank you, Gary.
We appreciate it.
Check of the weather now brought to you by Midas.